This quite possibly could be my favorite breakfast. Oh, wow. Good morning. Forgive me, I've been going all morning since 5, so I haven't had time for breakfast. I want to make sure I give you some good energy. So I need some energy. There we are. Good morning, Petra. How are you? So lovely to have you here. All right. I have some a new song that I've been working on too. We'll get to that in a little bit. Ooh. That's rather lovely. Dixon. All right. Half a mile from the county fair, and the rain keeps pouring down. Me and Billy standing there with a silver half a crown. Hands are full of fishing rod and the tackle in our bags. We just stood there getting wet with our backs against the fence. Oh, the water, oh, the water, oh, the water. I hope it don't rain all day. And it's stormy to my soul. Stormy just like Jelly Roll. And it's stormy, and it's stormy to my soul. Stormy just like going home, and it's stormy. Then the rain let up and the sun came up, and we were getting dry. Almost let a pickup truck nearly pass us by. So we jumped right in, and the driver grinned as he dropped us up the road. We looked at the swim, and we jumped right in, not to mention fishing poles. Oh, the water, oh, the water, oh, the water. Let it run down all over me. And it's stormy to my soul. Stormy just like Jelly Roll. And it's stormy, and it's stormy to my soul. Stormy just like going home, and it's stormy. On the way back home, we sang a song, but our throats were getting dry. Then we saw the man across the road with the sunshine in his eyes. Well, he lived all alone in his own little home with a great big garden jar. There were bottles too, one for me and you, and he said, hey, there you are. Oh, the water, oh, the water, oh, the water. Get it myself from the mountain stream, and it stung me to my soul. Stung me just like jelly roll, and it stung me, and it stung me to my soul. Stung me just like going home, and it stung me just like going home, and it stung me. Stung me just like going home, and it stung me. All right, good morning, everybody. So good to have you here. So good to be here. Let me catch up with everybody. Let's see here. Oh, Petra, don't say such things. You're not empty without me. There's so much to be full about. You know? There's magic all around us. It's merely a matter of looking for it. And the funny thing is sometimes we look way too hard for the stuff that's right in front of our face. You kind of remind me of a story that I heard David Foster Wallace tell a bunch of people in a speech. If you don't know who David Foster Wallace is, he's an author. He's no longer with us, but he wrote a couple of super out there books. One of them is called Infinite Jest. And but he's got a broom for the system. He's got a lot of different books out there to check out. But he was doing this speech one time, and he was saying a fish was swimming in the water, and these two younger fish were swimming towards him. And he said, hey, how's the water, boys, as those two fish passed by. And the two younger fish didn't say anything, but when they got further along, way past the older fish, they said, what the hell is water? And think about that for a second. You know, sometimes the things that are the most difficult for us to recognize are right in front of our face the whole time, and they're hard to explain too. But I can tell you what, the world is magic, and it's just a matter of opening your eyes. Let me see here. I'm doing fantastic. I've been having a great time, having all kinds of wonderful experiences. I went out with my friend to Chinatown here in Los Angeles the other day, and they were doing some sort of festival that day, but it was a photography club, because I've been trying to make some new friends. And so I've been going out to clubs, and my friend invited me to this photography club, and it was fucking awesome. Like, I met brilliant people at this place. I met, like, economics, because I'm interested in economics at the moment. So I met somebody, that's what they do for a living, is they're an economist. And I know a couple of economists, actually. I've met some of them touring also. I know a guy in Denver, Colorado, that's an economist. And I met a professional photographer that has photographed like Radiohead and all sorts of different people in her lifetime, and she's brilliant. We talked about all sorts of cool stuff while we were there. She bought me a boba tea and a moon cake, and we sat and jived. I've been doing all kinds of stuff lately. I've been writing a lot, creating, learning a cover that I'm going to play in just a little bit for you folks. So a whole bunch of things, Petra. Yes, absolutely, Sato Ronin. You most certainly can, and I'm so sorry to read that. Man, what a bummer. I think we've all been kind of struggling with our own things lately, but I definitely feel like we just kind of have to persevere, you know. But let me try to bring some good vibes your direction. Give me a second here. Been doing a lot of cooking, teaching myself how to use stainless steel pans, which isn't as hard as I thought it was. The one thing that I haven't been doing well enough is I'm getting them too hot. So I'm trying to learn the proper temperatures to cook them with, but they're not as hard as I thought they were. That probably sounds really silly, but I like cooking. I'm trying to get better at it. I made some beef and broccoli the other day, and I think I did it the best that I've done it so far. It's just my problem's been the pan hasn't been hot enough. Because these non-stick ones, they don't get as hot as like cast iron and woks and things like that. Don't get that non-stick shit. That stuff's bad for us anyway. The main problem is people just don't know how to use stainless steel. It's pretty fascinating though. If you get them to the right temperature, nothing sticks to them really. You can know this by when you get them heated up, pour just a little bit of water, and if the water's dancing around on it, you know it's hot enough. Let's see here. Oh man, I'm sorry to read that, Sato. That sucks, man. That reminds me of this article I read like a long time ago. I was like 19 at the time, or 17, somewhere between there. And I think what brought the conversation on was I said, oh, so-and-so made me feel this way. And this person's like, man, nobody can make you feel anyway. Like, you make yourself feel that way. I was like, well, what if somebody's being a dick to you? And he's like, it doesn't matter. It's like, it's you. Like, you're the one taking it all in, and you can choose whether you're upset by the other person or not. And easier said than done naturally, but it is absolutely positively true. We get better at it as we get older, I think. But it's the final decision on whether somebody can upset you or not is always in your own court. Oh, that sounds incredible, Petra. Man, I want to be by a lake in a boathouse. That sounds pretty dope. Let me see here. What up, Bobby? How goes it? Oh, thank you, my friend. That means a lot to me. I'm trying really hard. All right, here's Time Machine for you, dude. Hopefully this makes you feel good, because I want that for you. Forgive my tuning preparation for a second. Cogs and wheels are spinning spark, driving alone on a highway in the dark. Steampunk brain, slow machine, behind my random access memory. I've got Legos spread all across my floor. My brothers and I are going to war. Force fields furnish the perfect protection. Spaceship powered by our predilection. I'm a time machine, I am senescence, a dinosaur book, adolescence, a onesie asleep by my parents' couch, loving me to bed with caring slouch. Cogs and wheels connect with a powertrain, playing with my RC car in the rain. I'm behind the wheel of my own creation, an 88-mile-an-hour rumination. I'm a time machine, I am senescence, a dinosaur book, adolescence, a onesie asleep by my parents' couch, loving me to bed with caring slouch. Jump like Indiana Jones down a flight of stairs. Avoided hot lava on the kitchen chairs. I saved the whole world from a fierce invasion. An observer in a widening age dilation. I'm a time machine, I'm senescence. A dinosaur book, adolescence. A onesie sleep on my parents' couch, loving me to bed with caring slouch. A little bit of Time Machine by request. Thank you for requesting that song. It means a lot to me. Hopefully this is the beginning of a new shift in today and you feeling really good, because I definitely want that. And I will try to bring you as much positive vibe as possible to facilitate that too. But I do gotta say, you know, like, we can find an awful lot of happiness in here. And in here, we just have to look inside for it instead of seeking it from other places that are outside of us. Not to say that you can't find it outside of you, but holy shit, I am so fucking fascinated by all the joy and happiness I have found searching inside of me. I cannot emphasize that enough. Yeah, what up, James? How are you? Jello. You know, I wonder if I've seen Gary's Economics before. I might have. I've been checking out all sorts of different people because, I mean, naturally there's like Thomas Paine, I think. Is that The Wealth of Nations? I think he wrote that. And I know that Robert Reich did a copy of that where he annotates it in ways, like along the sides. And I've been checking out Thomas Sowell, and he's very cool too. Like, a lot of his ideas are very, very interesting. I love Robert Reich. I think he's fucking great too. I mean, there's a lot for me to learn. I don't know jack shit about shit when it comes to economics yet, but I'm interested in learning, you know? Let me see here. All right. Let's see. Let me try this one out. Probably the person that's brought me the most joy in exploring myself has been Carl Gustav Jung. If you get the opportunity to read any of his stuff, he's a little bit, you know, he uses words sometimes and I'm like, I don't know what this word means. If you don't mind that, if you don't mind putting the book down every couple of minutes to have to look up a word, he's well worth the read. I've got a bunch of his books, and they've helped me immensely over the years. Because that's his whole bag, is looking inside for your joy. And then you start finding it outside of you too, you know? Let's see here. I wonder if I've still got this one up. I might not. Oh, I could do it this way. Give me a second. This song to me is just becoming more and more integral to play, I feel like. Let's see here. Whoa, hey buddy. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Ooh. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. A little bit of John Lennon for you. Hi, Faiz. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Faiz or Faiz? Or if you could give it to me phonetically in some way, that would be rad. Oh, man, you got to be kidding me, James. Getting an oil change in front brakes and wheel bearings. How much is a wheel bearing? Because I've never had that go out in a car before, man. That sucks. And you know, the thing about cars is I always feel like mechanics are trying to take you for a ride at times. I had people do it to me recently, with my suspension. I got it checked out by a couple of different mechanics, and the other two mechanics I went to, they're like, dude, there's nothing wrong with your suspension. It is possible that maybe they mixed my car up with the different people, but they sent me like all kinds of crap. It was at Pep Boys of all places. And so, in all honesty, I don't want to go back to a Pep Boys ever again, because like that's just, I think, horrendous to try to squeeze $3,000 out of somebody. $1,500 is an awful lot of fucking money. What the hell is a wheel bearing in a car? Oh, Say It Ain't So is a great song, man. I remember when that album came out. Like, I got that the day that Weezer, the Blue album came out. Like, I got that. That's a great song. Really sad one. But it's like a Between the Bars by Elliott Smith kind of tune, It's about alcoholism. It's fucking rough. Oh, man, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I'm trying my best to pour my heart into some stuff. $2,000 for both of them. what the hell? I'll have to look up and see what that is, like, because I'm not familiar with wheel bearings at all, like what exactly that entails. But I'm really sorry to read that. That's horrible. I never wish car repair stuff on anybody. That's the worst. It always makes it easier. You're like, well, if I don't have a car, then I don't ever have to pay for repairs for it. And it brings the incidence of accidents down to a much lower ratio of possibility, unless you're driving with somebody else. I would like to try a brand new song. Yep, that sounds familiar to me. Man, I've had a bunch of cars that I've put a lot of miles on. I've never had wheel bearings go out on any of my cars, though. It's always been engines, transmissions, things of that nature, and that was expensive. I had a Chevy Beretta for a while, and was having engine problems with it, and basically the water was mixing in with the oil. And it was on its last leg when I took it to the mechanic, so it wasn't like I could shop around. It was like, your car doesn't fucking drive. And so they were trying to like take me for a ride, and they're like, we'll give you $1,500 cash for it right now, trying to buy it from me. And I'm like, nah, dude. And I ended up trying to drive it as close as I could to home. It made it about 3/4 of the way there, and then I pushed it home. I put it in neutral and pushed it to the rest of the way to my apartment. This was when I was living in Fullerton. It sucked. My parents ended up picking it up, like towing it back to Visalia, fixing it, and then letting my younger brother drive it while I paid for it. Like I had to pay for all the repairs on it too. My parents were like no nonsense with me. They're like, I got my first job when I was 12. I had a paper route. And I bought my first guitar and my first amplifier with money I earned myself. And then my dad was still upset with me after I bought that guitar, because he's like, that money was supposed to be for college for you. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? I earned this with my own hard work. I get up at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning and deliver papers. I can do whatever the fuck I want with this money. I maintain that. Yeah. What up, Mr. Brown? How are you, man? Here, I want to play this song for you. This song is speaking to me. Oh, it's such a great song. I love it. It's a John Mayer song. And I've been a fan of John Mayer since he first came out. If you've never heard this story, I grew up in Visalia, California, and a guy that I don't know super well, we're like acquaintances, his name's Matt. Matt was roommates with John Mayer at Berklee School of Music. So I heard John before a lot of people did. He was still a college student when I first heard him. And he was incredible. Like the first time I heard him, I was like, who the fuck is this? Is this like Jacob Dylan or something? And they're like, no, man, this is Matt's roommate. They recorded this in their dorm room. With such classics, they had one, I guess him and Matt got into a contest about whether or not you could rhyme something with the word orange. And so John wrote a song called I'd Like to Eat an Orange with George Malicorn, just to win this argument with Matt, which I thought was pretty cute. If you ever want to hear it, I still have it. I've got a recording of it. But this is a song of his on his second album, and I adore this song. It's called Home Life. And give me just a moment here. The likelihood of me fucking this song up is pretty high too, so bear with me. Bear with me. This guitar isn't perfectly intonated, so I'm sort of detuning some strings to make it work. All right. Think I'm gonna stay home. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I played a gig the other day and changed some stuff down here. Think I'm gonna stay home, have myself a home life, sitting in the slow-mo, listening to the daylight. I am not a nomad, I am not a rocket man. I was born a house cat by the slide of my mother's hand. Think I'm gonna stay home. I wanna live in the center of a circle. I wanna live on the side of a square. I used to be M-I-M through Z. Now you'll never find me 'cause my name isn't there. Home life, I'm holding out for the home life, my whole life. I wanna see the end game, I wanna learn her last name, finish on a Friday, sit in traffic on the highway. You see, I refuse to believe that my life's gonna be just some string of incomplete, never to lead me to anything remotely close to a home life. I'm holding out for the home life, my whole life. I can tell you this much, I will marry you just once, and if it doesn't work out, give her half of my stuff, it's fine with me. We said eternity, I will go to my grave with the love that I gave, not just a melody line on the radio wave. It dissipates, soon evaporates, but home life doesn't change. I wanna live in the center of a circle, I wanna live on the side of a square. I'd love to walk to where we both can talk, but I've got to leave you 'cause my ride is here and my home life. You take the home life, you keep the home alive. Come back for the home life, I promise. Home life, I promise. Life, home life, home life. I'm still learning the tune, but I think it's a really great song. I really like this one a lot. Oh yeah, man. John's really something special. Like, there's few people in this life that I've been following for so long that I'm just like, wow, man, you continuously make me more proud. Yeah, he's a fucking hell of a songwriter. Yeah. Man, I used to skateboard. That's for certain. I never got past a kickflip, though. Even a kickflip was debatable, too, because it wasn't like I was going full bore speed and then doing a kickflip. It was like I would be kind of... I don't know. I have a lot of respect for skateboarders. Actually, my hometown, like there's a whole bunch of professional skateboarders that came out of Visalia that were in all the skate magazines and stuff because there wasn't jack shit to do there growing up. So a lot of kids in Visalia became skateboarders, like professional ones. Man, so good to have you all here. But if you're interested in checking that song out, that is on his second album. It's called Heavier Things, and that album is really great, but that is my absolute favorite song on that album, and I gotta be honest with you, that is my absolute favorite John Mayer song right now. It's that one or You're Gonna Live Forever in Me. Those are my two favorite John Mayer songs because they're fucking special. All right, give me a second. Let's try this one out. This one's good energy. I wrote this song in my head for a girl at a bar. I'm actually playing that bar. It's in Long Beach. It's called Vine on April 6th. It's a Sunday. Playing the matinee show from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. I will be opening the show at 4 p.m. My friend Taylor Crawford will be playing at 5 p.m. And my friend Rod Harrison will be closing out the show at 6 p.m. as the headliner. Rod is an amazing human being, so is Taylor. And so very proud to be hanging out with both of them and playing some music. I've missed their company a great deal. And this is called Drunk on Your Mystique. Hold on a sec, sorry. Intonation problem. Oh, it's you. One of these days, I'm going to be able to afford having a guitar that stays in tune and is intonated properly. What a blessing that'll be. Near those unfamiliar waters, I heard the song of passing ships. Was at an estuary harbor. It was shaped just like the contour of your hips. An incantation set us off the under every ink quips. Poetry and a beauty mark written beneath your lips. A single spot of punctuation, however soft and brief. In a whisper, sipping on a fantasy, whether drunk on your mystique. am I governed by a trade wind? Nudged along by changing tides. It's an ebb and flow towards harbor that penetrates the shore, a few generous divide, yeah. An incubation settles out the under every and quips. The poetry and a beauty mark written beneath your lips. A single spot of punctuation, however soft and brief. In a whisper, sipping on a Vitale with a drunk on your mystique. Incantation settles off the under every and quips. The poetry and a beauty mark written beneath your lips. A single spot of punctuation, however soft and brief. In a whisper, sipping on a Vitale with a drunk on your mystique. Oh yeah, sipping on a Vitale with a drunk on your mystique. Oh yeah, sipping on a Vitale with a drunk on your mystique. Oh yeah, sipping on a Vitale with a drunk on your mystique. Oh yeah, sipping on a Vitale with a drunk on your mystique. Oh yeah, sipping on a Vitale with a drunk on your mystique. Oh my gosh, never mind, that's not important. That's called Drunk on Your Mystique. If you happen to like it, it's available on all the streaming services. This next one is a song that I just released the demo for because why not? It's on all the streaming services. It's gotten 2 plays on Spotify so far. And it's called Dandelion Seeds. Give me just a second. That is the official play count on the song, is 2 listens. I think one of them was me too. So here in Southern California, we've got a heat wave. It's going to be like 85 or 90 today. I already can feel it. I have both my doors open. It's going to be a warm one. So I went and took my morning walk before it got smoking outside. Nonetheless, though, it's going to be a good day. It's just a good day to go to the beach maybe and do some work at the beach instead of here. Let's see. Well, ideally, Petra, and I'm being dead serious, I keep telling you, I'm going to come to you. So at some point in time, I'm going to be in Austria, and I'm going to be like, Petra, let's fucking hang out. So you've got plenty of time to think about this, but you need to think about what you're going to show me around town. Just saying. I'm not going to stand for showing up at your doorstep and you being like, I don't know what we're going to do. So you better get to cooking on thinking about that. I make shit happen. I'm magic like that. This is called Dandelion Seeds. With dandelion seeds in the wind, a couple kids playing pretend, making wishes in the weeds, reading our future off of tarot cards and tea leaves, wandering around the bed with one hand on the steering wheel, the other on the bitter end, reaching out towards the stars above a Hollywood sign in an ocean of cars. I have my opinion, but you're full of your own, and there's plenty of windshield time with our thoughts alone. Some good ways argue the truth is both moot and plural. Yet I'm still in love with a girl, still in love with a girl. With dandelion seeds in the wind, couple kids playing pretend, making wishes in the weeds, reading our future off of tarot cards and tea leaves, wandering around the bed with one hand on the steering wheel, the other on the bitter end, reaching out towards the stars above a Hollywood sign in an ocean of cars. I have my opinion, but you're full of your own, and there's plenty of windshield time with our thoughts low. And some could wage argue the truth is both moot and blur. Yet I'm still in love with a girl, still in love with a girl, still in love with a girl, still in love with a girl. Dandelion seeds in the wind, a couple kids playing pretend, making wishes in the weeds, watching our future unfurl with a sudden gust of cool breeze. All right, that one's called Dandelion Seeds. I've got acoustic versions of it now, and I've also got a full band version with some bitchin' background vocals by my buddy Anastasia, because she's magic also. No kidding, man, that is very serendipitous that just happened right this second. And I love serendipity too. That's one of my favorite things in the world. Would you like to hear my latest synchronistic story? This one just happened to me the other day. I'm a very goofy and crazy person, and I was talking to a make-believe friend for about, I guesstimate, 3/4 of a mile. I was picturing a space alien that wanted to destroy Earth. The space alien wanted to take all of our natural resources from us. And it's basically like, you guys are a bunch of stupid fucking monkeys and you don't deserve your planet. You mistreat it. So we're just going to get rid of you, and then we're going to take all of your shit. And I was like, no. And so I was having this make-believe conversation with my head, showing how beautiful the human race is, and how he's actually wrong about the human race. He, whatever he is. And the thing was continuously trying to frighten me, and I was like, man, I'm not frightened of you. I just want to show you how beautiful we are. And so I was talking to this made-up, I was considering the alien a friend. I said, you're my friend, and I want you to be my friend, so I'm going to treat you like a friend, and I'm not going to treat you like an enemy. And about 3/4 of the way, I feel like our conversation concluded with one another, and I bid adieu to my alien friend, and I walked about a block. And I was thinking, I could use a real friend right now. And here I am passing by this, maybe 4-foot tall iron rod fence that's painted white. And there's a very, very little Filipino man, about 80 years old, maybe 85 years old, standing with a little book in his hand talking to the sky. And I say, hi, good morning. And he says, hi, what is your name? And I said, my name is Mike, what's your name? And he's like, my name's Mar. I'm like, Mar, man, it's such a pleasure to meet you. Next thing I know, I've been talking to Mar for 10 minutes, and we're talking about God, of all things. And he's like, do you believe in God? And I said, yes, I do believe there's something larger than me that I'm a part of, but I don't know what the name of it is. And he's like, oh, because he's like, everybody's been like, he's like, a lot of my friends are all like Catholic. And so when they come over to the house, all they want to do is talk about Catholicism. And I was like, that's cool. I was like, do you want to talk about something other than Catholicism? And he's like, yes, I do. He's like, please come into my house. And I'm like, okay. And so next thing I know, I'm hanging out with him at his house for about 35 or 40 minutes. We start talking about books, and he's like hungry to read something other than the Bible. And I'm like, man, let's find something else for you to read. And the first book that came to mind is this really beautiful one that I love called The Alchemist, and it's by Paulo Coelho. And so I said, I think you need to read this book, because this book is just amazing. I've read it like 3 times already, and every time I read it, it's special. And so I wrote my name down, gave him my number. At some point in time, his wife comes out of the house, and I could just tell she was very suspicious of me. She wasn't giving me good vibes at all. But she like kind of hung out at a distance, and She warmed up to me more and more the longer I was there. And eventually she was smiling too and very happy to see me. And I gave Mar my number and my name and wrote down Paulo Coelho's book for him and said, hey, if you ever want to go grab dinner, if you and your wife would like to grab dinner with me, I live over by Casa Bianca. Let's go do this. I would love to. We can get Italian food. We can get whatever kind of food you want, because I haven't found food that I hate yet. And they were just a joy, and I made a new friend. The synchronistic aspect of it, though, is he was seeking a friend just as I was seeking a friend. And the whole part of synchronicity is thoughts becoming a reality between two individuals. And that happens, and it's magic. And that's why I was saying at the very beginning of this live stream, life is magic. I swear to you, it is. And especially it is the more you believe that too. Really believe it, because it's real. Oh man, tacos are amazing. You're inspiring me. That's what I'm gonna eat, because whenever I make meals, I meal prep. So I make 5 or 6 meals worth of food, and then I just put them in Tupperware containers, and I have tacos in there. I made a vat of rice yesterday, and I made some stir fry also. So I have a couple of choices for meals, but I haven't had tacos in a couple days, so I think I'll join you on the tacos. No, I haven't. What is that about, Sato? Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, man, I've got tons of synchronicity stories. I just shared another one today, and it's actually about my cat, because my cat is also a synchronistic story. How I arrived at having Kira. It was synchronicity. I was looking for cats online, wanting a kitten, just as my brother text messaged me saying, hey, you don't by chance want a kitten, do you? Not even joking. So I have tons of synchronistic stories. And that story is much more involved. I'll share it here on YouTube, on the posts. I'll share both of them with you. The photography one was, the other thing too about meeting Mar, that was only the beginning of my friendship thing. So I have that. That was special as fuck to me. I was floored by that experience. I walked away feeling effervescent afterwards. And then no sooner do I get home than my best friend Josh is like, hey, I'm going to this photography meetup in Chinatown. Would you like to join me? And I made a ton of new friends at this meetup. Not even joking. And they were all brilliant people. The kind of people that are my speed that I love hanging out with. I love all people, but there's certain people that you're just wow, your brain is on fire. You're a mad genius. And all the people that were at this event were that way. They were people that work for Sear Cyanide and Sear, I never say that. It's a hospital, but I can never remember what the name of it is. I probably said it wrong. Sear Cyanide? But he's not a doctor, he's a scientist. He works with blood. And super brilliant. And he's from India. He just moved here from India not too long ago. And his accent was really thick, so I kind of had to lean in occasionally to understand him. He spoke English beautifully, but it was just sometimes I have to really lean into the conversation to hear through the accent. Oh man, I love spicy food. I just have a tolerance level that is not the same as somebody from, say, Thailand, for example. I keep making that mistake. I'll order Thai food 10 spicy occasionally, and I'll get my ass handed to me. My face is going to blow up. Drama punks. All right. I'll tell you what, I'm going to check that book out, because I've already got 17 books that I'm reading right now, but I'm reading one on quantum electrodynamics right now. It's quantum electrodynamics for dummies. Just that's not what it's called, but it's by Richard Feynman. And I'm also reading The Tao is Silent. I've got them right here. I'm reading QED, which is by Richard Feynman. He was a theoretical physicist, if you're not familiar with him. Won a Pulitzer Prize. Or I'm sorry, Nobel Prize. Excuse me. He won a Nobel Prize for his work and contributions to physics. I'm reading The Tao is Silent by Raymond Smullyan. I pulled this out the other day, but this is The Roots of Coincidence by Arthur Koestler. And I was first turned on to Arthur Koestler through Sting, of all people. That album of his called Ghost in the Machine, that's an Arthur Koestler book. And it's out of print. And Roots of Coincidence, he's got a bunch of stuff in his songs that are out of Roots of Coincidence, I think, too. Because, like Synchronicity, for example. Like, they have the album Synchronicity. Ooh, wowzers. I would really love to read that book. That's beautiful. I've experienced that. I mean, I've never really had a drug and alcohol problem in my life, but I've had lots of friends that have. The last one that I can think of that he killed himself basically, was my friend Travis. And I grew up with Travis. I met him right as I graduated high school, because I graduated a year early. I graduated as a junior in high school. I don't know if you're in Canada, I believe, so I'm not really sure what the schooling systems do for the subdivisions of schooling. In America, they do elementary school like K through 6th grade, and then they normally do like a middle school, like 7th to 8th grade, and then they do high school, which is freshman to senior year. And I graduated as a junior because I realized I really didn't need to go to the last year of school, especially if I just took civics and economics. So I took it in summer school, and that's how I met Travis. And Travis was a blast. I had so much fun with him, but the longer I got to know him, I watched him develop drug dependencies. It started off with stuff that was silly. Like, he started popping these things called mini thins. And mini thins were these caffeine pills. But he would take like 50 or 60 of them at a time. And at first I didn't realize it, but one day I was driving around the neighborhood in Visalia with him, and he was like speeding through an area that like he had no business driving that fast. He was driving like 70 miles an hour through like a 25 area that's like windy and dangerous. And I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I feel in danger right now. And he's like, oh, I'm on mini thins, man. And then within that summer, I watched him become a cocaine addict. I watched him not have enough money to buy cocaine anymore. So then he started doing like things that were even worse, like methamphetamines. And that was when his life just became a train wreck. His parents ended up forcing him to join the military. They said, we'll give you two choices. We're going to have you arrested right now by law enforcement for all the drugs and stuff you've been doing, or you can go into the military. Your choice. So he went into the military. I lost contact with him. And by the time I reconnected with him, he was an alcoholic. And I can imagine that maybe the war might have played a role into that too, because I have quite a few soldier friends that are scarred for life from going to war, especially the Gulf War. One of my friends the other day was sharing an event while he was fighting in Iraq. He said it was him and a gunner on a tank. And they watched two Iraqi soldiers mow down 30 innocent people. And he has that stuck inside here for the rest of his life. And I can't even imagine what that feels like. And I really feel for soldiers like a great deal, because they see things that we don't see. We take that for granted, you know? And my friend, he carries that torch for the rest of his life now. He's going to have that in his head whether he wants to or not, and I'd like to help him with that as best as I can. Because I don't think anybody should have to deal with things like that alone. But Travis unfortunately lost his battle, so I can relate, you know. I would very much like to read that book. Maybe it might help me to help other people too, which would be beautiful. Oh, it's amazing, Petra. I'm a big reader too. Same here. I have multiple bookshelves all over the place, and I have more books than I know what to do with. I read a lot. Let's see here. Wow, so I had no idea, man. Were you a soldier also, or oh, wow. Oh, no, you just mean in terms of alcohol and drugs and so forth. That I feel like that is the biggest thing with stories, you know, because especially somebody sharing their personal experience immediately lets you know you are not alone. And I feel like that is volumes of influence in our own life is having somebody else that has gone through the fires of hell already and come out the other side. And they're like, hey, you can do it too, you know? I've met quite a few people here in Los Angeles that were one-time alcoholics. A lot of them are musicians, you know, and one of them is involved with AA, and she sponsors a lot of other people. I know another drummer in the area named Mike, who is an incredible musician, and he quit drinking 10 years ago. He just got his 10-year token, I think, not too long ago, and was sharing it on Instagram with everybody, trying to say, hey, if you've got a problem, I will help you. And I like that a lot. You know, we're all about raising each other up on our shoulders and making each other better people, you know, and bless that. That's beautiful. You know, I never want to. It's never something I've pictured for myself is being on that end of things. I actually very much like a sober mind. I do smoke marijuana, you know, and I drink, but I don't do it like all day long. It's marijuana is something I try to treat it as with a lot of reverence, because I feel like it's a spiritual experience. And I think the same thing of mushrooms as well too. One of the most profound experiences I've ever had in my life was on mushrooms. It made me take the next step in my life, but it was also dependent on having good company with me at the time too. My friend Josh was with me, and we were coming down from peaking on it, and he said, you know, he's like, I love you as a musician and everything, but I never see you playing music with other people. And I'm like, yeah, man, because I keep trying, but everybody just wants money from me. Like, I go into this drummer and I'm like, hey, can we play some music together? And they're like, sure, if you give me X amount of dollars. And it really hurt my heart after a while. I felt like nobody in Southern California wants to play music with me, and so I stopped trying. And after that conversation that I had with Josh, I tried again, and I successfully met 2 people that wanted to play music with me. And Josh was the catalyst of that, and I will never forget that experience in my life, because I believe in that sort of stuff. We all lift each other up in a lot of different ways, you know. Josh is my best friend now. We've known each other for a long time. He's had some magical experiences too. He nearly lost his life in a motorcycle accident and nearly tore off his arm and several other appendages. And literally the doctor said after he woke up from the accident, we need to amputate your arm. And he said, fuck no, you're not amputating my arm. And he's like, we have to. And he's like, no, you don't, because I just told you no. He's like, I will make my arm work, but you're not fucking cutting it off my body. And they didn't. And I cried when I saw him, because he just had atrophy that was unbelievable. He looked like bones on one side. And he did. He worked it back to where you wouldn't even be able to notice that he was in an accident. Josh is incredible. He's real. That's incredible, James. That's beautiful, man. We know ourselves better than anybody else. So it's like we're on our own journey with all this stuff, you know. I believe that. I'm really appreciative y'all like hang out with me and are down to talk and get to know me and allow me the opportunity to get to know you. This truly is the reason that I do music, is for this. I like getting to know people. It's fun. And I like also, just on a basic level too, if I don't have the opportunity to get to know people, I like trying to spread joy and for people to leave the experience like on fire, like feeling incredible. Like that is awesome. I love that feeling so much. Like, hey man, I improved somebody's day or improved somebody's night, you know, with some music. Damn, I can't think of a better life than that. That's so cool. I'm sure maybe there's one out there, but I just don't have the imagination for it. Man, all right, let me play some more music for you. You know, another one that I want to learn too is a Belinda Carlisle song. She's got this song called Heaven is a Place on Earth. I think that's what the song's called. And I'd love to do like a really dope rendition of that song, because I think that's true. Let's do this one. Man walks down the street, he says, why am I soft in the middle now? Why am I soft in the middle when the rest of my life is so hard? I need a photo opportunity. I want a shot of redemption. The one in up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Bone digger, dolls in the moonlight. Far away from a well-lit door. Mr. Beer Belly, get these moths away from me. No, I don't find the stuff amusing anymore. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. A man walks down the street, he says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention. Whoa, my nights are so long. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model? Now that my role model is gone, he ducked back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. All along, there were incidents and accidents, there were hints and allegations. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out. A man walks down the street, it's a street in a strange world. Maybe it's a third world. Maybe it's his first time around, doesn't speak the language, holds no currency. He is a foreign man. He is surrounded by the sound of cattle in the marketplace, scatterlings and orphanages. He looks around and around, he sees angels in the architecture, spinning in infinity. He says, amen, hallelujah. If you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out. You can call me Al. All right, yeah. Man, this is so cool. I'm loving you all connecting on some different levels here. This is rad. All right. Very cool. I feel like this is all about music too and art in general. You know, like I went to that photography meetup the other day, and it's like everybody has the common interest of photography, and they're showing up and they're making friends. And I feel like music is a congregational thing as well. You know, in the years of me doing residencies at places, it's like you build audiences, but all these people that are lovely that are showing up to support the music, they all become friends with each other. And that's what music does. It's amazing. I love every second of that. All right, this one is about running away from home in 2nd grade because I wanted to be a werewolf. And I think I am a werewolf now. I'm positive of it. Oh! All right, this is called Running Away from Home. Watching the movie Team Up put the notion in my head that being human's boring, I'd rather be a werewolf instead. But knowing getting bit by one could be a difficult proposition, I reckon that the wilderness would improve this disposition. So we'll head out at dawn for the mountains in the distance. My best friend Brandon along until no die for my insistence. 1985 was the year of our independence. 2 empty seats in a 2nd grade class while the teachers called in attendance. But there's no need to worry, I've got everything I need. A sandwich and a blanket and the will to succeed. Well, I'm heading towards the hills where all the lone wolves roam. So long, Mom, I'm running away from home. In order to ensure a proper werewolf transformation, my days before departure were spent researching scholastic publication. And according to my sources, folklore lended several options, all of which I applied myself to their immediate adoption. One of which involved drinking water from a werewolf footprint. But since that wasn't handy, filtered dogs would be sufficient. And when the full moon changing never came, I was left with one volition to pursue a pack of wolves to bring my dreams into fruition. But there's no need to worry, I've got everything I need. I would have asked for your approval, but I knew you never agreed. So I'm heading towards the hills where all the lone wolves roam. So long, Mom, I'm running away from home. Getting to the foothills to be a day's worth of travel. But getting spotted by a dogs would make my well-laid plans unravel. Knowing we wouldn't make it far, walking straight to broad daylight. What the inner bolts of canals to keep us out of sight. The sun was near to setting and my plan was sitting pretty. Brandon and I had one street left to reach the outskirts of this city. Yet one small problem remained left, Brandon and I debating. The portal that would lead us beneath the street was covered by metal grating. But there's no need to worry, I've got everything I need. We can climb this chain link fence and then you and I will be home free. We're heading towards the hills where all the lone wolves roam. So long, Mama, I'm running away from home. Just as we reach the top of the fence, a squad car changes the setting. The officer rolled down his window and asked where we were heading. Pointed towards the mountains and he got a twinkle in his eye. Man, that's a long ways away, boys. Hop in, I'll give you a ride. But there's no need to worry, I've got everything I need. A sandwich and a blanket and the will to succeed. Well, I'm heading towards the hills where all the lone wolves roll. So long, Mom, I'm running away from home. So long, Mom, I'm running away from home. So long, mama, I'm running away from home. All right, that's called Running Away from Home. It's been such a pleasure having the opportunity to spend some time with you today. Tomorrow, I'm going to be hanging out with my friend Taylor Crawford, and we're going to be trying to write some music together, which I'm very excited about. I don't get to see her very much, or as often as I used to. She is a married woman now and very, very busy with her music school. She started a music school and teaches lots of different students. And so the times that I have the opportunity to hang with her are always special. And hopefully we come up with a good song tomorrow to share. That'd be really cool. If this is your first time hearing me, my name is Mike Vitale. I am a lunatic and a musician. And if you're interested in supporting my musical lunacy, you're more than welcome to do that in various platforms. Patreon is one of them. I have a GoFundMe account that's raising money for trying to fix my car, because it's a ticking time bomb. At any point in time, the timing belt's going to go out on it. I just don't know when that time is. Hopefully it's good timing. And what else do I got? Oh, I also have a CashApp, a Venmo, and a PayPal. So if you're interested in contributing money to any of those three, there will be links inside the description box for this live stream after its conclusion. I have one more song for you folks, and I'm so deeply appreciative of the opportunity to have you here and play music for you. Thank you, Petra. Thank you, Chris, Sato, James, everybody. So always deeply appreciative to have you here. Your conversation, your minds, your ears, all of it. This is a song Coyote. And if you believe in the idea of a soul, perhaps I've been here thousands of times before, and I'm endlessly strolling an old desert dog over and over and over again. This is called Coyote. Come on, motherfucker. Oh, come on. Endlessly strolling in a desert dog among sagebrush and bunch grass and cactus and fall. Slender and gingling, my bush tail sags as I trot through the desert, the cliff face and crag. Coyote, dee dee dee, I'm homely, forsaken and oh so lonely. Coyote, dee dee dee, I roam the open prairie. Hey! I'm scrawny to rip, coarse hair to all, looking over my shoulder to survey the law. Lifted lips smile, pearly whites unsheathed, but the rest of my face apologizes for teeth. Endlessly strolling in a desert dog among sagebrush and bunch grass and cactus and fall. Slender and gangling, my bush tail sags as I trot through the desert, the cliff face and crag. Coyote, dee dee dee, I'm homely, forsaken and oh so lonely. Coyote, dee-dee-dee, I roll the open prairie. Hey. I'm scrawny to rip, coarse hair to all, looking over my shoulder to survey the law. Lifted lips smile, pearly whites unsheathed, but the rest of my face apologizes for teeth. Endlessly strolling north desert dawn, among sagebrush and bunch grass and cactus and fall. Slender and gangling, my bush tail sags as I trod through the desert, the cliff face and crag. Coyote, dee-dee-dee, I'm homely, forsaken, and oh so lonely. Coyote, dee-dee-dee, I roll the open prairie. Hey! Ooh! Thank you all. Man, I would love for this song to be in a video game, preferably Red Dead Redemption 3 or whatever, because then it just keeps getting played over and over again, and I keep making residuals off of it. Let's make it happen. I don't know how to do that, but let's will that into existence. Manifestation. We will manifest me being in Red Dead Redemption 3 musically. Maybe even as a character too. If they want to put me in there, I'm all about it. My only thing with that game is I enjoyed playing it, and then I got lost somewhere in the game. Like I couldn't find where my quest started. And I got lost, and I found myself at a cliffside, and I was like, you know what, fuck this game. I'm done with it. And I haven't played it since. Which is unfortunate. I love video games. I felt old. I was like, I don't know how this works. So I've been sticking to like Fortnite. I play with my brother occasionally. My brother has a baby, and the time that I get to spend with him is few and far in between. It'll grow and increase once she gets older, but she's still at that age where it's a lot, you know. So the times and opportunities that I have to hang out with him and chat oftentimes are us playing a video game, which is pretty damn fun too. I love my brothers a lot. All right. Man, you've all have been a pleasure, and always are a pleasure. And I'll be back this week. We'll do another live stream this week. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Like, I'll do a post ahead of time so you know when I'll be on next, and that way we can keep the good vibes going. I'll try to be on as often as possible, but I've just got a lot of irons in the fire at the moment. I'm going to be releasing, Between the Bars comes out on Friday, and that is an Elliott Smith song. It's dedicated to my friend Travis that I was talking about earlier, so that I never forget him. That painting you see right there, it's 1,000 paper cranes, which is good fortune. He gave that to me the night that I found out he was an alcoholic. And as he was showing that to me, he's like, I can't fucking stand that painting. I hate it. I hate looking at it. He's like, you take it. I'm like, all right. And yep, that's how I arrived at having that painting, and that's my reminder of Travis. Congratulations, man. I'm turning 46 also. I'm turning 46 on April 21st. That's my birthday. So I'm right there with you. You're my senior. You're like, motherfucker, I'm a month older than you. Thank you so much, Mr. Brown. Deeply appreciated, my friend. Yeah, happy birthday to you. It's a beautiful thing, James. Happy birthday, my friend. 46 is a damn good age. I like 45. 45 has been a killer age. It's been magic. I can't wait to be 47 and 50 and whatever else. Life is full of adventures. And if you don't believe that, I'll prove it to you later. Hey, man, all ages are bitching. Let's see, what, 35 is a fucking great age. I love 35. Or you're 36 right now, I should say. Happy birthday, James. Do something really special for yourself, man. I don't know what that looks like, but something that makes you feel real good. I would like that. You gotta be kidding me, Mr. Brown. You're 52 years old? I was not guessing that. Are you pulling my leg? You leg pulling me right now? I feel like my leg's being tugged on a little bit. I might be wrong, though. Damn, 52 years old, dude. No shit. Dude, instantaneous young. I'm never prepared for it. I always think I want to shave my beard, and then I shave my beard, and I'm like, what have I done? What have I done? I feel naked. Damn, dude, 37, man. 37 was a killer age. I love a lot of the stuff that I wrote when I was 37. It's on fire. I love it. All right, y'all. It's starting to get really hot in my apartment. The heat is just starting to turn up. It feels like it's gonna be 90 degrees today or some shit. Fucking A, dude. All right, I gotta bounce. But I love you guys, and I'll see you again soon. Okay.